What's up, Kaji family? Ooh, I fucked that up. All aboard! What's up, Kaji family? This guy's Little Train 1090. So I'm seeing today with a brand new review. And today, we'll be talking about one of my absolute last world pieces, baby. Today, we'll be talking about the X Plus 30cm 1995 Gamera film, Gamera Guardian of the Universe. Let's go! Woo, this Gamera right here, ladies and gentlemen, this bad boy right here has been a right well that I've been chasing ever since I started collecting in 2017. Jesus, it's been 7 years already that I've been collecting. Wow. Anyways, yes, this bad boy has been something I've been hunting forever. This or the RMC version, I've been hunting both of them, and I finally had an opportunity. To snag this boy up. Ah, God. I'm not gonna lie, it's even more beautiful than I even imagined or even remembered. This Gamera. It's not even this isn't even my favorite design of Gamera, but Gamera Guardian of the Universe is my very first Gamera film I've ever seen. That film is so special to me. I absolutely love that film. I really, really do. And the fact that I finally have this Gamera in my collection is just, it's beautiful. I'm as happy as a pig in shit. Because I mean, this thing is so incredible. I mean, I can only gush about this so much without even starting a review. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull the camera up a little bit closer so I can get a good glimpse of this bad boy yourself. Thank you.
And here is the 1995 Gamera. Ah, goodness gracious, this thing is gorgeous. With Gamera Guardian of the Universe being my very first Gamera film, this Gamera does hold a very, very special place in my heart for sure. This thing is absolutely phenomenal. Just look at it. Of course, we have Gamera's big old doe eyes. We have the horns on his face. His very pink mouth. Of course, all the teeth were sculpted beautifully, and of course, we have Gamera's grayish skin with his greenish shell. On the bottom shell, of course, it is a mixture of green and brown. It looks like. Of course, we do have the bone white fingers and toes. Same thing with his teeth and his horns as well. It's 95 Gamera. Everything about this screams 95 Gamera. There's not really too much I can really go over with this. And of course, the dark green shell that Gamera does kind of like to hide himself into. Again, this was actually much bigger than I thought it was going to be, because I have heard that Gamera figures all kind of on the smaller side of 30 centimeter scale, but I think it's a pretty nice size. Nice, decently long tail. I think that looks pretty awesome as well. Of course, y'all know that as far as Gamera goes, Gamera is probably my fourth or fifth favorite kaiju of all time. I love Gamera. This version of Gamera is my second favorite version of Gamera, of course, because I mean, it's just such a simple and nice redesign of the monster that is Gamera. And of course, I want to have Gamera up against some of his foes that didn't make it in the Heisei era, but I think it'd be pretty nice to see how he would fare against him in a fight. So first off, I have Barugon. So of course, you know how much trouble Gamera had with Barugon back in the 60s when they fought. But this version of Gamera is a little bit different. So who knows? He may be. I mean, granted, Barugon still lost anyways. But I wonder how vicious this Gamera would be with Barugon if Barugon were to come back in Heisei films. With that being said, who knows if it would have been a huge difference as far as the design for Barugon. I really do think that even this version of Barugon does look great with Gamera. But of course, this isn't the only show of villain for Gamera I have either. Of course, there's going to be another one, but as we see here, I mean, like I said, this looks pretty awesome with these two against each other. Honestly, I honestly wouldn't have any gripes if this version of Barugon fought that version of Gamera. And of course, we got Gauss, the Showa Gauss. Granted, I do like the Heisei Gauss design that they did for Gamma Guardian of the Universe. But I mean, just the original version of Gauss is just dope. Like you can't beat it. And of course, the size difference between these two looks pretty dang good. Also, honestly, so I would love to have seen this Gamma fight this Gauss. I think that would have been a very fun and interesting matchup for these two to have. At least in my opinion, I think it would be. But I don't know, others might feel differently. But personally, I really do love the way these two look with each other. Because at the end of the day, Gauss is definitely going to be Gamma's biggest adversary. Gauss is Gamma's Joker in a sense. And of course, for the last size comparison, I did want to also include all the other Gammas that we have in the series also. Because of course each Gamma does look a tad bit different from each other. Of course, we have the 99 on the left, the 96 in the middle, and 99 on the right. Of course, yeah, yes, I know the 96 is teeny tiny, but that is a 25 centimeter Gamma. I mean, you can even see and tell the different evolution of Gamma throughout the years. I'll go ahead and turn them all around so y'all can get a good look at everybody. Let's see the differences between even the shells and the small body parts of Gamera. And of course, first we'll go with the 95 and 96, just a year apart from each other. And again, you'll be able to see the differences here. That there aren't a whole bunch of differences between these two, because I mean it is one movie after another. But you can see that this is when Gamma started getting that spike in his elbow, starting to protrude out. And of course, the you can kind of see that the show is slightly different versus how I looked back in '95. But even the small evolution, I do like it, and you can actually see in the face too that the 96 does look a little bit meaner than 95 Gamera. Granted, is it a huge difference? No, but you can definitely tell that the evolution of Gamera has been going. And of course, the ultimate evolution, or if I can remember the Digimon term, I'd use that. But as we see here, this is the 99 Gamera with the 95. Of course, you see these two look completely different. Lord knows they're barely even the same kaiju. Gamera's face is more triangular versus his more circle head. Of course, you can really see the bones sticking out of his elbows now. And those are dope. And of course, even the coloring is a little bit different. Also, but on his shell and even his underbelly, you just really see the growth that Gamma really went through between those three films. And of course, as you see, Gamma's dorsal is a lot more like a total on a 95. With the 95, it's still total light, but you can just looking at it tell that there are huge differences between the two Gammas. And like I mentioned earlier, 99 is my favorite Gamera design, but 95 is right behind it. Granted, granted, it's probably because Gamma Guardian Universe is my first Gamera film. I didn't see Gamera versus Iris till much later. I don't know, but like I said, these two Gameras are my absolute favorites. I love them both. And of course, we had to go with the 65 Gamera. Also, just so you can see these two next to each other as well, and to see the growth between that and the 95 Gamera. But you can definitely tell that the 95 Gamera does kind of closer resemble the 65 Gamera versus his other Heisei counterparts. But the huge difference between these two is going to be the body shape and his shell. So as you see here, this Gamera shell is a little bit more jagged versus the smoothness of the 95 Gamera shell. And this Gamera is a little bit taller than the 95, which that doesn't bother me too much. Granted, it would just like seeing Godzilla versus Godzilla would be cool. I wonder what Gamma versus Gamma would be like. Especially since we know this version of Gamma, the 65, is a straight up murderer. So, and actually, I'm sorry, I've been saying 65. I meant 60. I think this is the 66 or 67 Gamma. I think 67. So that's my bad. But seeing this murderous version of Gamma fight against the Guardian of the Universe Gamma, I don't know. It might be pretty interesting to see these two go up against each other. But who knows? Who knows? But all right, that's all I got for this review. I'll go ahead and pull the camera back so I'll give you all my final thoughts on the 95 camera. Thank you.
And that's my review on the X Plus 30 centimeter 1995 Gamera. This thing is just there's absolutely nothing wrong with this thing. This thing is perfect. It's perfect. I was actually just watching Guardian of the Universe the other day before I recorded this actually, and this thing is just perfect. It's perfect, perfect, perfect. And as goofy as Gamera can look, this is really the start of Gamera having that real fierce and nasty look to him. Because I mean, yeah, the original Gamera is. I'm not gonna say it's goofy. I'm not gonna say that because that'd be disingenuous. But I can definitely say that this version of Gamera is my definitive version of Gamera. 99 is my absolute favorite design, yes. But whenever I think of Gamera, he's the first thing that comes to my mind. So I am really good, happy, blessed, grateful that I was able to get this thing in my collection because this thing is awesome. But alright, that's all I got for y'all today, guys. I hope, of course, follow me on my Instagram for my figure photography at GodzillaTrain1090 as well. And of course, for Monsters of Attitude, just make sure to follow all of our socials: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, X, or Twitter. If we have social media, we'll probably on it more than likely. But thank y'all for your time today. I hope you have a fantastic night, Kaiju family.